Campbell, your Longmont Realtor, and today I'm with Mark Miesel, the owner of Brewer. So home brewing supplies and all sorts of awesome stuff. So thanks for taking time to talk to us. Just tell us about your business. What made you start it?
Well, I was a psychologist for years, and I just wanted to change.
Oh wow, that's a bit different for sure.
Yeah, well, it is a sort of psychology, but it's not the kind of psychology where you're dealing with people's problems all day.
Oh,
but I
sure.
definitely do therapy in the store.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, I have a lot of people that come here as an escape. You know, it's a hobby, brewing.
Sure.
And it's something that you can get intricately involved with. I get a lot of people that like to tear it apart into the different components. A lot of people that are into math and science.
Sure.
It's something that just spurs the curiosity.
Absolutely.
For people.
And definitely a lot of science involved.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sitting here thinking of how this could be like a family science project at our house too. So what was something that surprised you when you were starting this business up?
Well, there was a lot of things that surprised me. First of all, the business component, which I knew nothing about. Yeah. And then just how interesting people are when you meet them at a level where they're doing something that they love. I mean, that was probably the biggest reward.
Sure.
I'm not quite sure I was surprised by that, but it was definitely something I wasn't anticipating. Just meeting people one-on-one, trying to discover, what they wanted to build as far as recipes. The crossover between brewing and other businesses like cooking and other hobbies.
Sure.
That was definitely an interesting component.
Absolutely.
So,
And you just made me think of it too. And you said different recipes. Like looking around in your store, I can see you've got different kits and something like that. Tell us about that. How maybe someone's been thinking of home brewing and they don't know really what. Maybe it's a little overwhelming because they don't know what the hell they're doing. It looks like you've got a starter, all sorts of different stuff. Tell us about that.
Well, that's a really good question. A lot of people are intimidated by it. They think it's far more difficult than it actually is to get started in brewing, just like cooking or learning a new language.
Sure.
So there's often a lot of apprehension about I have customers that came in, they're like, I thought about doing this for 2 years.
Right?
And I'm like, well, the way we set up this store is we have a basic beer equipment kit. That's where 99% of my customers start. It's basically all the stuff you need to get going in brewing, winemaking, making mead, hard ciders.
Oh, cool.
You can even do soda, all in that box. So you have fermenters and basic equipment. And then if you come over here, which you can't see from here, there's custom ingredient kits. Those I put together, they make 5-gallon batches of beer. They have all the grain, the hops, and the other ingredients in there to make the actual batch of beer.
Cool.
So if you come in and you're a new brewer, or you're just curious about the hobby and what's involved in it, it's basically that box. What do you like to drink? IPA, great. We have a few of those to choose from.
Sure.
Or different styles. You grab that box, and step-by-step instructions, you're ready to rip.
Hey, that's awesome. And so definitely something that I didn't realize too. Seeing the business from the outside, you see Bald Brewer, home brewing. A lot of people might not be thinking you can be making wine, mead, and cider, and those kinds of things too. So even if you're not a beer person or IPA person, there's probably something here that you could get into as a hobby and make something that's one of your favorite beverages. So
you can literally ferment anything. And I've
awesome.
had people that tried, and some of it's not so great, some of it's fantastic.
Sure.
But you can literally ferment anything.
That's probably part of the fun of these small batches too, because the risk reward is smaller. If you don't like it, it's not like you have gallons and gallons of the stuff. You can try something, and then if you find something that you love, it's like this awesome surprise. So
yeah, and there's room to experiment. This is a 5-gallon kit. I have people that go smaller than that, all the way down to a 64-ounce growler. One gallon batches are very popular, especially now. You can split it up, add different yeast, add different hops in each batch.
Oh, that's cool.
See what you really want to do.
Oh, that's neat. So yeah, 5 gallons down to 1 gallon, all sorts of different stuff. So awesome. Well, I'm glad to have come in here and met you and be able to tell people more a little bit about this business and what's going on. If you've been thinking about home brewing or fermenting, come down and talk to Mark because he's got all the knowledge. He's totally willing to teach you what you need to do, and he's got all the supplies. It's a small little store, but he's got a lot in here, makes good use of it. So thanks again for taking time to talk to us, and come down and check out Bald Brewer.
Thanks, Regan.
You got it.